Alright guys, this is Cut the Cord Gaming here, or Owen from Cut the Cord Gaming. Since I've got commentary now, I can start doing, story times myself. So, one story time, one story I have is actually happened this year at the school I go to. I'm not gonna say the school name or anyone's name unless they're like one of my friends or something. So this is about a kid who's in my art class, and he's a complete psycho. I swear, he really. One second. He's really just psychotic. So. This is around the beginning of my 8th grade year at my middle school. So far the year's almost over, and I'm excited to be going to high school. But this kid, so we have a mixed class in our art, because I got art as an elective. So we have a mixed class of 7th graders and 8th graders. There are more 7th graders in our class than 8th graders. So our teacher, she's really awesome. I really like her. All my friends really like her. She's a really nice teacher. So it's one of the first weeks of school, and she says, "Okay, kids, you guys can go. Pretty much, it's free seat today. You can go sit wherever you want. Sit by your friends if you want, because we're doing ATC cards, which are these like little cards, and you draw designs on the little cards." And so my friend Caden comes over, my friend Chris comes over to my seat, both of them, and we start talking, and then this kid comes up, and he's like a short kid, and he's wearing the sweatshirt from our school. It's like a purple sweatshirt that we sell that has our school logo on it, and he comes up, and he's like, "Hey, can I sit with you guys?" Like, "Yeah, sure, dude, whatever, you can come sit with us, it's fine." And so he sits down, and we start talking, and he's like, "Hey, have you guys ever heard of a game called Undertale?" And we're like, "No, we've never heard of that. It sounds really stupid." He's like, "It's an indie game. I'm gonna get it." We're like, "Cool, good for you, dude." And we're like, "Dude, this kid's a weirdo." See, he was already acting like really weird, and like talking to himself kind of, so we kind of felt bad for him, because we thought he was like autistic, but we asked Miss Steiner, and she said he really wasn't autistic. He just had social problems, like he couldn't make friends very well. So she's like, "Oh, I'm really proud of you guys for letting him like hang out with your little group." And yeah, so yeah, it's fine. He seems like a nice kid, and so he starts talking some more, and like we were just joking around with him, and he's like, I'm getting Super Mario whatever 68 or whatever, the one that probably already came out just now recently. But mind you, this is like September, October, around that time. And he's like, "I'm getting like Super Mario 68, and we're like, "Oh, we already have that." And we're like just joking with him. He starts freaking out. "No, you don't. You don't have that game yet. That's a lie. Why are you lying to me?" Like screaming. And our teacher comes over. She's like, "What's going on?" And I go talk to her, because like she's really nice. Like I live by her. So like we're kind of neighbors. So she's really like we always like I know her kids, and I hang out with her kids sometimes. And so it's like I know her kind of well. And so she's like, "What happened?" So she automatically asked me like what happened. I was like, "Well, we're just messing around with him. Like we weren't trying to be a jerk to him. We were just messing around, like joking around." She's like, "Yeah, I understand." And she's like, "Hey, you can't freak out when someone's joking with you. They're trying to be your friends." And she's like, she's like, "You need some more friends. Anyone always need." She says everyone needs new friends. She's like, "Okay." And so there's a girl in our class. I'll do a story time about her, possibly. I don't know, because she's kind of weird too, but like she doesn't have social problems. She's just like a huge jerk, and like freaks out on me for no reason. It's like a jerk to me specifically. But so he's talking to us, that kid, and he's like, "Wow, that girl's really hot." We're like, yeah, okay, dude, sure, whatever. And he's like, no, she's really hot. And like he goes and tries to talk to her, and he like starts chasing her. We're like, dude, leave her alone. And he just starts chasing her, and she's screaming and trying to run away from him. He's like, come here. And he starts chasing her. And our art teacher makes him go back to his original seat, saying you can't sit by anybody. And he starts getting really mad. And like he'll get his hands out and put them on the side of his head and squeeze like he's gonna like try to explode his own head, and starts screaming and going "Ugh!" like making that noise in our class. And by this time everybody's staring at him. My friend Louise is staring at him, who'd just come over. My other friend Tyler was staring at him. That girl was staring at him. Like, I felt bad for him, so that's really embarrassing. So he's really crazy. So a couple weeks later, like little minor things that happened over the week, like he said like weird stuff over the week, talking about weird Wii games. And then it's another free seat day, because it's like, I think that happened around November. The last big thing happened around like October, November, and this is before. No. Okay, sorry. That happened. The first time he freaked out, the big one where he chased that girl, was in October, right before he got out for our little weekly break. And the second one was this next thing that's about to happen, was our little break for Thanksgiving over like the 3-day weekend, whatever thing. And so he comes up, because she says free seating day again. Every time we go on break, we get a free seat, I guess. Like, we get to sit wherever. And so he comes up, he's talking to my friend Caden. He's like, Caden, I got a surprise for you. He gets a little piece of paper and starts scribbling on it. And like he's smiling and laughing like a psycho. And then like I ripped it out of his hands, and me and Chris and Caden, or Chris, Caden, and I looked at it, and it was scribbled all over. It said 666 on it, the devil pendant on it. It was crazy. And I was like, that's insane, dude. You shouldn't be drawing that. That's really offensive and pretty messed up. He's like, I don't care. And then we're like, we're just gonna go tell our teacher. I almost said her name. We're just gonna go tell our teacher. He's like, no, please don't. Please don't. And like starts freaking out, and like takes the paper back, and like runs away, and like tears it up. And then we're talking to that girl, and then he was trying to talk to her, and she freaked out on him, which again, I still felt bad for him. I still to this day feel bad for him, because a lot more stuff happened like recently today in art. He was caught carving on his desk with scissors. I don't know what he was carving. I'm assuming it was something really crazy. He's caught carving on his desk, and she made him leave the class. He's been missing a lot of our class lately. Like, we had a big project. He did the project, but he never presented his project in art. I don't know why, but I feel bad for him because it was a huge grade. He probably failed it. Another thing that happened recently, he freaked out because we were doing this project with Dunnies. Like, we make clay rabbits and like design them, and he kept making his like way too small, and our teacher's like, come on, let me help you. He's like, I don't want your help, and gets his fist and just smashes the whole thing. He freaks out a lot, but I still feel bad for him. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye guys.